Hello there, Zaraza here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back on the old trusty Vstrom 650. You might not be able to see it. I'm missing a couple body panels here because last time I tried to ride this bike, I noticed that it was leaking some coolant, a little dribble of coolant, and I haven't really had a chance to look at it until today, so I figured might as well take a quick rip and see if it doesn't come back again. It was just a little bit of coolant. I guess it could have been picked up from the road, but it did look, I mean, it was obviously coolant, and the chances of coolant being on the road, I guess, are a little lower than something else other than like oil or whatever. But we were scheduled to ride for an entire day and be far away from assistance of any kind, so I opted not to go on that ride because I didn't want to be stuck up on Angela's Crest Highway with an overheating bike or whatnot. And it was a chilly day, but I didn't want to take any chances because Angela's Crest is a pretty good trek for me, and I didn't want to get myself into another situation. The homies have already helped me enough with this whole bike and its random issues. Big shout out to everybody that started me until I could figure out the old paperclip trick. So it's been a little while since I've, maybe not in YouTube years, but I think the last vlog I did was, I don't know, April or May or something like that. It's December 9th. It's actually my 5th wedding anniversary today. So while the wife's working and the baby's sleeping, I figured it was a good time to take a look at the old Vstrom and see if I could figure out where it's leaking from, if it's even leaking. And what better way to do that than to come out and give it a little rip. I haven't been riding as much as I wanted to. It's been busy and work and band and baby and everything else, so gotta take the opportunities where I can find them here. Like I said, it's December 9th. It's Friday. It's not too bad out. It's 50 something degrees, I think, so good day for a ride. It's cold to some. Some people that are up in the snow are jealous of that. Sorry. Have you tried not living in the snow? But anyways, the old Vstrom. A little disappointed because it's been Old Faithful for so long. So hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it was nothing. Hopefully it just was a fluke. I did have some coolant in my garage from one of my other bikes, so I mean, that's kind of a hell of a splash, but you never know. But I didn't go very far the other day. I rode to the gas station 2 miles away, and I was getting gas and just happened to look down. I went for my spare fuel bottle down here and happened to look down and see something on the ground. So I didn't think anything about it, but I did happen to notice the nice vibrant green color of coolant dribbling a little bit on the side of the radiator. So I ruled out immediately the filler cap being loose. Oh man, I gotta come back this way. That's a bummer. Because the filler cap is on this side of the radiator, and it was leaking from the other side of the radiator, from what I could tell. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I checked the hoses and stuff. They all look pretty good from what I could see. Unfortunately, you got to take the whole freaking body panel off, another side plastic panel off. I got to move my light. It's not half as bad as I'm making it out to be. I'll give you that. But so I went out real quick and just rode it around the block earlier. I don't know, a couple of blocks, about a mile or so ish, a little less. And I did not see anything leaking. Let's see if we can see anything now. So far it's pretty dry. So hopefully it was a fluke. I'm definitely gonna ride further right now than I did the other day when I thought it was leaking. So hopefully this will give me some sort of answer. But otherwise, this bike's been going good. Got my DRZ back from the shop. I had to have a bolt extracted because I broke one in the bottom of the crankcase cover. That was unfortunate. But as always, big shout out to Cycle Parts in East LA on Atlantic Boulevard. Those guys always do a great job. Pretty affordable prices. If you're in the East LA area or can get to the East LA area, I've been taking my bikes there for a while. And the fuck is going on here? Can I go this way? Yeah, guess so. See you later. I've been taking my bikes there for a while, and they always do a good job by me. So big shout out to those guys. They always do a good job and affordable prices, and they've it's just a little shop, independent shop. That kind of almost accidentally ended up there because it was right next to where we were living in East LA for a while, and it was walking distance, so I could ride my bike to the shop and then, you know, walk back again. So that was really nice. And then we moved a little bit further away, but I could ride my bike to the shop, and it was 2 buses, so I could take the bus back home from the shop, and then of course take the bus to the shop again. Wow, got them semis all the way in here, look at that. So yeah, Cycle Parts, not to be confused with Cycle Gear, the Komodo company, Revzilla's sister company. Cycle Parts, East LA on Atlantic Boulevard. Big shout out to those guys, they do a great job. They've done some work on this guy. He after my big trip last summer, you can see those time-lapse videos on my channel. My dad and I rode about 3,600 miles up through Nevada, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and back down through Yellowstone National Park. We went through Grand Teton National Park, down through the kind of the back way through Utah. We rode through Zion, then on back to Southern California again. But when I got back from that trip, I should have got some service done ahead of time, and I neglected to. I need to get it a whoosh. A little slippery there on that dirt. That was fun. I haven't ridden for a while, man. I'm a little rusty. When I got back from that, I dropped that bike off over there because I needed, you know, valve service and all that stuff done, because my valves were pretty far out on this bike, and instead of doing the right thing and getting them done ahead of time, I did not. So they they did my valves for me. They put a new tire on, oil, I think they did coolant as well, and some other stuff. Like, they're a full service shop. They're busy. They have a really small shop. I don't know how many guys they have in there working, but it's a small shop, but they do a good job. They do a good job, at least for me. Oh, God. Dirty up here. Been windy out here. Alright. I have a road tire on the back. We tried to do our iron butt challenge a couple months ago, end of August, and unfortunately about 400 and something miles in, one of our group got a flat tire, so we called it off. But I think we're going to try again maybe in the springtime for the old give the old Saddle Sore 1000 another shot. Maybe maybe when daylight savings time kicks back in again. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I know my most recently thought up taglines: get out and ride more and have fun, but I haven't been taking my own advice. No. It's always good to get out here for a little bit. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, brother. Thank you. But oh, some of the other homies have been out riding, and that's good. Glad people are still out riding around. It's not been it's been a little cooler out here, like in the mornings. It's been down in the 30s. But you get used to it, you deal with it, or you don't ride, I guess. But I know a lot of, I don't know about a lot of people. I know a few people that have kind of hung up the leathers for the winter, and they'll get them back out again March or April or so, which is still more riding than our brothers and sisters up in the Great White North areas. So F in the chat for everybody who can't ride because it's fucking snowing. But I'm gonna keep riding as much as possible. Right here in sunny Paris, California, where the Eiffel Tower is a billboard for a dispensary, probably. Yeah, buddy, you're a roar. It's got the roar of a baby kitten. And the bite to match. Well, you know what? This bike is wonderful. I've had a lot of fun times on this bike. I've taken her to some really cool places. So, a lot of people like to dismiss the Vstrom because it's not as good at road touring as even like the Versus, and it's not as good off-road as literally any other adventure bike for the most part, and they're not wrong. I mean, it's definitely bottom of the pack for its class of mid-weight 600 to 800 cc, 500 to 800 cc maybe adventure bikes. Like, it's definitely bottom of the pack. Like, it's better off-road than a Versus, but a Versus is also I mean, you can make the argument whether or not that's even considered an adventure bike. It's more of a sport touring bike, in my opinion. Doesn't mean you can't take it off-road. You take any bike off-road, all you got to do is drive off the road. But, I mean, the Vstrom is definitely not the best at anything. But, also, like, oh, Jesus Christ, that was pretty brutal. This bike, I love this bike. I love this bike. So, whatever. I'll be a simp for the Vstrom. I don't care. I'll catch you guys back at the house. There she is in all of her Suzuki glory. Somebody's got a simp for the Vstrom. I'll happily volunteer. Anyways, this is where the coolant was coming from. I was seeing it dribble down the side of the radiator here. And, I don't see anything. I guess maybe it was a false alarm. Which is wonderful because this is the bike that I like to ride the most. It's the most comfortable. Upright. All that. So, I guess maybe that was a false alarm. I'll let it sit here for a little bit on its side, see if I see anything else. But yeah, whatever. Here's the other bikes sitting out here. I've done a couple videos on this Triumph, Longville, America. But if you're in SoCal and you've gone to SoCal Supermoto, you may recognize this bike. This is the original Christine bike, owned by Mr. Brian himself, the owner of SoCal Supermoto. And he got rid of this bike. I bought it from him. And as you can see, I've got some cardboard on the ground because it was leaking still. The cycle parts fixed what I asked them to fix. And I got it home and rode it, and it's still dropping from somewhere. So I think I know where it is. I need to fix it. I need to figure it out. But more videos will be coming on this guy pretty soon. I plan to go to kart tracks and stuff like that and have a little fun with that guy. So that's it. We'll see if there's any coolant coming down from anywhere. It doesn't look like there's any coolant on this side either. So fuck it. False alarm. Let's see. Give it one last look. What do you think? I think it's dirty as shit. You can let me know. I know it's dirty as shit. I already know. You don't gotta tell me. But anyways, that's it. Everybody get out, ride more, have fun. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.